Hey you guys, it's Katya with Hindustan Astrology here, and in this video I want to talk about a very important transit that is just starting, and that is Mars retrograde. It's going to take us all the way up until Christmas, and so what is Mars? He's the planet of action and physical activity. He can also be anger and violence. But Mars gets things done. He also denies. They say Saturn delays but never denies. That's Mars's job. So when Mars goes retrograde, there's a lot of denying going on. And he's also exalted right now in his own sign of Aries. Now he will go back into Pisces in October. So in this video, I just want to go over Mars retrograde for the rest of September 2020. September 9th to November 13th, Mars will be retrograde in Gandanta, in Aries and in Pisces. So in this video, I'm just going to go over how he is behaving for the month of September. On September 9th, 2020 at 6:22 p.m. EDT, Mars goes retrograde at exactly 4 degrees of Aries, Ashwini Nakshatra, and will go direct on November 13th. He has been conjunct with Uranus since entering the sign of Aries on August 16th, and this brings sudden and explosive events. Mars will retrograde until November 13th and will go back into the sign of Pisces on October 4th. Having him in his own sign of Aries means he is aspecting Sagittarius now, and having Jupiter, Pluto, and Ketu there until September 19th means that for Washington, D.C., news and media organizations are on the attack toward political leaders. There is aggressive speech, and there will be talk of the downfall of spiritual and political leaders that do not represent what American communities want. The truth will be revealed as to what the government is thinking, and there will be a lot of confusion surrounding government affairs. People of marginalized classes will be against the state and can attack from behind in the dark of night when no one sees them. So now let's take a look at Mars retrograde in Aries through the nakshatras. So he will be in Ashwini, Aries nakshatra from September 9th to October 4th. And the first thing we have is that he's Gandanta. So while Mars is in Aries, he'll be giving his fourth and strongest aspect to Venus in Cancer until she goes into Leo the 24th. This makes passions run high, and having Uranus retrograde with Mars means that we must be careful of accidents at this time. Having Venus opposed to Saturn retrograde means that it is not a good time for romance. It's kind of cold. September 13th, Jupiter goes direct. Jupiter in the fire sign of Sagittarius goes direct, and he is still conjunct Pluto retrograde and Ketu, who is Gandanta. This is some heavy transformative energy and is setting the stage for the nodal sign change on the 19th. Mars will be energized by this transit and could expand the hostile energy or could bring us some much needed good luck. And I will note that I saw on the news tonight that the Cathedral of Notre Dame will have its first section complete for the renovation after the fire. And the fire started last year in April when Jupiter went retrograde. So now here he is, retrograde again, but he's going direct. And now the first part of the cathedral is getting renovated. So I thought that was interesting. Then we have September 17th, Sun goes into Virgo. The Sun goes into the Earth sign of Virgo and joins Mercury. He will be trining Saturn retrograde in Capricorn, so this will bring some stability and assistance to the government, especially concerning the current health pandemic. Rahu will go into Taurus in 2 days, so this shows that the coming 18 and a half months will be all about the government and the pandemic. September 17th also, we have at 7 a.m. EDT, a new moon at 1 degree of Virgo, Uttara Falguni. This is the star of patronage, and the stars Denebula and Zavijava rule this nakshatra. The September 17th, 2020 new moon takes place at exactly 7 a.m. EDT at 0 degrees 52 minutes of Virgo, Uttara Falguni Nakshatra. This means the latter reddish one and spans from 26.4 degrees of Leo to 10 degrees of Virgo. The symbol is a bed with 4 legs or a hammock, and the deity that rules this lunar mansion is Aryaman, one of the Adityas who rules patronage, kindness, and favors. The deities Bhaga and Aryaman are invoked together. This is the star of patronage and corresponds to the fixed star Denebula, which sits in the lion's tail of the Leo constellation. It is noble, generous, gives a quick mind and high honors, but can be associated with people of bad reputation. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and Uttara Falguni is ruled by the Sun, so that makes these 2 transit planets the stars of this new moon. In Persian astrology, Denebula is ruled by Saturn and Venus. It is also the end of Pitru Paksha, or the fortnight of the ancestors. Shraddha, or Pitru Paksha, is a period of 16 days when Hindus pay homage to their ancestors, especially through food offerings. According to Hindu mythology, it is believed that after death, the soul has to wander to the various worlds. Therefore, Pitru Paksha is an occasion to pacify the departed ancestors by performing Shraddha. It is a ritual to repay debts to the ancestors. This year, Pitru Paksha commenced on the full moon of September 2nd on Bhadrapada Purnima and culminates on the new moon of September 17th. The last day of Pitru Paksha is known as Sarva Pitri. Okay, then we have the big day of September 19th. Rahu goes into Taurus and Ketu goes into Scorpio. Rahu will transit to Taurus, an earthy and fixed sign of material wealth. Taurus signifies the things we value in life: family, money, speech, and material assets. Being ruled by the bull, Taurus is the storehouse of procreative energy. Rahu, which is all about extravagance, material wealth, and mass communication, complements Taurus's qualities. Even though it is debated, some ancient texts say that Rahu gets exalted in the sign of Taurus. Rahu in Taurus also feels stable and can give wealth and material comforts as the earthy Taurus can support it. When Rahu is in Taurus, Ketu will be in Scorpio, a watery and fixed sign of secrets, mysteries, and transformation. Scorpio is related to the hidden aspects of life, occult sciences, and transformation. Ketu is all about deep understanding, the true essence of your higher self, and embracing spiritual wealth. Ketu in Scorpio has the potency to get exalted and feels comfortable revealing spiritual secrets and understanding the deeper meaning behind spiritual practices. This transit of Ketu in Scorpio helps make use of knowledge acquired through the years to transform your life better. And also it's all about rejuvenation, regeneration, rest, and relaxation. So I think, this is going to be a time of healing for us for the next 18 and a half months. And then September 24th to October 1st, we have Venus Gandanta in Cancer and Leo. We will feel very nostalgic and weepy when Venus goes Gandanta in Cancer, and Mars will be making his 4th and strongest aspect to her now. This will produce high passions, pushing people to fight it out and then make up. When Venus goes into Leo Gandanta, she will be making a trine to Mars, and we will feel a need to socialize and show off a bit, as we have been under quarantine and we need to get out and party. Really, this has not been the most fun of summers. September 28th, Venus goes into Leo. Now Mars will be trining Venus, and this will put energy into socializing, spending money on ourselves, and will help our strength in general. Doing exercise that is performance-based now is a great way to channel this energy. Sports, dancing, yoga, or martial arts that are done by a group is a fantastic direction to harness this fire element in our bodies. And then we have the big one at the end of the month, September 29th. Saturn goes direct at 1 degree of Capricorn, Uttara, Ashada, Nakshatra. After 6 months, Saturn, or Shani Graha, goes from retrograde motion to direct, and he will stay direct for 6 months before repeating the pattern. He moves slow and can bring delays, frustrations, impatience, and make us work hard to achieve our goals. Shani rules time, so when he stations direct, it can often feel like Mercury retrograde, as he affects all machinery that calculates time, such as our computers, phones, and watches. If things go wonky a week ahead of time, up to a week after this date, then you know it's Shani Dev just turning around. Soon, Jupiter will go into Capricorn on November 20th, and then they will have a conjunction on December 20th. Which will produce massive change in society. On October 4th, Saturn will make his strongest third aspect to Mars, will be in Pisces then. This produces a lot of frustration in getting things done, but with persistence, you can succeed with this combination. So this is how Mars is going to be behaving this month in regard to all of the planets. And like I said, he's going to be retrograde until November, but then stays, in Pisces all the way up through Christmas. So it's just going to be a very volatile time, and I encourage people to just relax, try to rest, don't push things right now when Mars is retrograde. It's like, the air is ripe with, fuel. And so we just don't want to add a spark and have things get even worse. So anyway, I hope that this finds you and your families well, and I bid you peace. Namaste. Thank you.